Hi everyone, welcome to our tutorial where we will be going through some basic techniques and tips for punch needling. So let me go through with you the materials needed for this craft. First, a punch needle, a threader, an embroidery hoop, a monk's cloth that I've already traced my design on, a few colored yarn, and lastly, a scissors. Let's start by securing your monk's cloth to your embroidery hoop. Separate your embroidery hoop and place the inner circle underneath your cloth. Before you place your outer hoop onto your cloth, make sure your design is within the circle. As you start to tighten the hoop, you may go around pulling the ends of the cloth one last time to ensure the area you'll be working on is tight and secure. Now that this is done, let's move on to learning how to thread our punch needle. So this is what a basic punch needle tool will look like. It has a wooden body with a metal tip that is sharp and pointy. You'll also notice a small hole near the tip and another one that runs all the way through from the top to the bottom of the tool. Now using your threading needle, push it through the top all the way down until it sticks out from the bottom. Now grab your yarn and insert it through the threader. Now pull the threader till it comes out from the front of the metal side. Remember this small hole? You'll need to put your yarn through here too. So grab your threader again and place it through the hole and pull your yarn through the other side. Leave about 3 cm of the yarn coming out from the top. And now we have our tool ready for us to get punching. You may save an extra step by threading your yarn in one go. Gently cover the exposed part of the metal tip with your pointer finger as you thread the needle from the small hole to the bottom of the tool. Insert your yarn and pull it all the way through. Ta-da! Now you are done threading your punch needle in one step. Let's begin. For punch needling, it will be easier to start with the outlines and slowly fill the area inwards. Since I've threaded a peach colored yarn, I will focus on this section first. Decide on which point of this section you want to start at and push your tool into the cloth right on the line. Make sure the metal tip goes all the way through, as you can see here. Mine will stop up till here because there's a rubber stopper between the wooden body and the metal tip, which is okay. Now carefully lift it up, just enough to move about half a centimeter to the next part. If you leave your punch needle too high, you'll accidentally pull the previous stitches up. so just keep close to the cloth as much as possible. Essentially, this means you don't want to place your yarn under your working arm, so anywhere between here and here. If it gets caught under your arm, it will create a high tension in this part. And every stitch you punch will only come undone. The same reasoning goes for if there is no slack in the yarn. You may solve this by pulling some extras and setting them aside before continuing your next project. Always remember to check that you have some slack to ensure a smooth and successful experience. So now that I have some slack, let's continue punching. Follow the outline as traced. While punching, you want your exposed side of the metal tip to always face the direction in which you want to punch. For example, I am going to make a slight turn now. So I'll rotate my punch needle so that the exposed tip faces towards where I'm going. You can also rotate your embroidery hook as you punch, if it's more convenient for you. You may repeat this punching motion till you are at the end of the outline. Let's start the second round together. For this and the subsequent rounds, try to punch as close as you can to the previous stitches you did in your first round. This is to avoid any empty spaces for your cloth to be seen, and it also makes your final project look fuller and completed. If you have accidentally made a mistake, just leave your tool and pull out the stitches slowly. And since the errors have left such large hole in the monk's cloth, what you can do is to lightly feather out those weaves on the other side of your cloth with your finger. So using your nail, lightly scratch those holes and it should disappear. Remember to always check for some slack in your yarn before working onto your next step. Continue making your way round by round and I'll meet you back again to show you how to finish off. To finish off, press onto the last stitch as you carefully lift your punch needle. You may cut your yarn once you have put more than enough yarn out. You may trim the excess yarn like what I'm doing right here, or you can do it once you're done with the whole design. And there, my first section of the design is completed. Here's the front side. It may look messy and oversaturated, but it's alright, as we will clean it up in a later part. Now, let's move on to the next section, which in my case, it would be the stem. Thread your yarns once again. And leave a little tail at the end. Start by outlining the area first. For my design, I would prefer to work both the leaf and the stem separately. So focusing on the stem, I'll start by outlining it. Then, continue with filling the area going inwards. Once you're done with your section, press onto the last stitch as you carefully lift up your punch needle and snip off the yarn. I'll repeat this same step for the rest of the pattern as well as for the background, and I'll meet you back here once I'm done. This is what my completed project looks like currently. This next part is optional, but since I wanted the loopy part of my work to be the front side, I will be trimming the surface with a shaver. Here's the look before and after. Doesn't it look more soft and clean? Well done on following through with our tutorial. I hope this video has helped you learn the basic techniques and tips for your punch needle embroidery. Thank you, and I hope you had a fun time.